Hey gang, Spada here, and today we are taking a look at Transmetal Rhinox. Now, you'll notice that this is not the original Transmetal Rhinox. No, I believe this is the Fox Kids version, or the Power Links version. Actually, I believe it's the Fox Kids version that came out a little, maybe a year or so after the original Transmetal came out. There was also a blood red Cheetor that came out in a white Tarantulas. Actually, the white Tarantulas was I think a store exclusive. Anyway, so here we have Rhinox in Transmetal Rhino mode. And actually, this works. I mean, this really works. This is actually one of my favorite Transmetal figures because it just works on all levels. I mean, it's got some great detailing. You've got his teeth molded in there, even though we're talking about a plant eater here. It's got sharp, pointy teeth, and it just works on all levels. The coloring is a little weird. The powder blue, gunmetal gray, and this weird green is definitely weird. But, hey, it works for me. I dig it. Now, like all Transmetal modes, it does have a quote-unquote vehicle mode. To obtain that mode, first we'll flip out these panels and put them under the feet. They're more like skis than any... Actually, they are skis. And then we will come back to the hind legs and open up these treads, which will allow us to fold up the rear legs. And just make sure you open it all the way up and close them up. And take the entire rear section and for the legs and flip them down like that. And here we have Rhinox tank. Tank. And this is pretty cool, actually. This is pretty cool. I mean, as a Rhino tank, it works for me. It kind of reminds me of something from G.I. Joe, honestly. But it just works. It works really well. Now, taking a look at the transformation, actually putting it in, or the figure into its vehicle mode, helps us out considerably. The only thing I would do is just kind of fold up the rear panels, but we can leave the feet as is. To start, we'll actually reach in and split the head open, the Rhino head open, so we can pull the horn out. Now, this will become the figure's weapon. It's a little weird, but bear with it for a second. Next, we'll come to the side and flip up these side panels, which will then allow us to unpeg the front Rhino legs and then pull out these panels on the sides. When we do that, we can then reach underneath and open up this section underneath the Rhino and pull out the arms and then close that section up. Then, come back and flip these down a little bit. Or, you know what, we don't have to do that. We actually just will take the front legs and spin them all 180 degrees around. And then we'll fold these panels down. That will allow us to take the entire back section, which we can't do yet because we have to open up the Rhino head. Sorry, it's late. I'm very tired. So, splitting open the Rhino head, folding out this section here. Then we can come back and kind of figure out how to pull this back part up with our fingernail, and just grabbing that and flipping it up. You flip that up and all the way around like that, and peg that into place, and then you could close that up. Then you could take the whole back section and fold it up, and then push these panels in, flip the legs into place, and there we go. Rhinox in robot mode. Now, Rhinox in robot mode is a very well-detailed figure. It's got a very interesting face, just tons of detail. I mean, you've got these transmetal muscles going. He's pretty darn poseable. Head is on a limited ball joint. Shoulders on a swivel joint. There's another swivel joint just above the elbow. Ball joint on the elbow. Hip is a ball joint. Bending swivel joint there at the knee. Another swivel joint at the feet. Now, if you want, you can flip up the tread, or I'm sorry, the ski, but I prefer to leave the skis there. Now, I will admit, the figure is a little top-heavy thanks to this backpack, but you can mitigate it. Now, as I was saying, he does have the weapon. The official directions have him holding the weapon like this. I have never in my life seen anybody hold a weapon like that. So I've always thought that you hold the weapon like this, it acts as a little gun. You could have a little gun there, and then you have kind of like a bayonet pointing down. And that works. So overall, this is a very, very cool little figure. Definitely worth getting into your collection, especially if you could get a hold of maybe something with a different paint scheme. I know that this thing's been repainted. There's the original, there's this one, there's one from Armada, and I think there's even one more. But a very cool figure and a very nice update to Rhinox. Unfortunately, we never saw this in the show, and I really wish we did, because that would have been awesome.